Thanks for practicing with me today. Please like this video and subscribe to the channel. And those likes and subscribes are really important to us so we can keep this content coming. In the description is a link to my Patreon account if you'd like to offer a donation as well. That's greatly appreciated. Thank you so much. Let's sit tall, close the eyes, and take a moment just to feel. Body settling into this time and space. Sit bones anchor, crown lifts, space between the vertebrae. And back of the skull lined up with the back of the sacrum, and shoulders are relaxed, away from the ears. Sternum is lifted so the heart feels open. And maintain all that space and just relax the musculature. And allow your attention to drift down towards the abdomen. Begin to feel that gentle pulsation there, the rise of the belly on inhale and the contraction on exhale. And just take a few moments to steady the rhythm there so the inhale and exhale are the same length. And that process between inhalation and exhalation becomes as smooth as possible. And as you're breathing, focusing in the abdomen, begin to notice a golden sphere of light right in the center, right around the area of the navel and solar plexus. And the solar plexus is named as such, as there are some qualities that are very similar to the sun. There seems to be a sort of radiance that emanates out of this area of the body, particularly when we stimulate it. And if we think about the qualities of the sun, we think about life-giving, affirming, nourishing. It's that glow that, in a consistently active but gentle way, feeds all life on the planet. It is just radiance itself. And so in today's practice, we'll work with the navel center, and we're going to call forward those solar qualities that are within each of us. And we've really been around people that when they walk into the room, everybody just smiles or instantly feels better. There's just a glow or a radiance that comes off of them. Sometimes it's more obvious. Other times it's in a more subtle way. But when we have stagnation in this area of the body, it tends to inhibit the light. Yoga is always teaching us that we're not bringing anything new in, but that all we're doing is removing that which is obscuring the light that's already within. So a few more belly breaths here. Starting to exaggerate the exhalation, contracting the abdomen just a little bit more, and deepening the breath. So it feels like there's a pumping action in the belly. Now you can add in that ujjayi sound, if you haven't already, the ocean wave or whisper type sound to the breath. And see here too if you can generate some heat from that stronger belly breath. And just 2 more, please. Now belly, ribs, chest on inhale, belly, ribs, chest on exhale, and take a few rounds to grow the breath. So now some of that warmth and heat, the light, moves up into the chest, helping to expand the heart space. And we tend to often think in terms of the front side of the body, but feel this glow, this radiance in all directions. Last 3 like this. As you're breathing more deeply now, notice if you're encountering any new areas of stagnation, maybe in the back of the heart, back of the ribs, sides. And final breath here. On your exhalation, bring your hands to your heart. Let your thumbs touch your sternum. Bowing your head to your hands, we'll set our intention for the practice today to tap into this solar energy. And if there's anything in your life right now that's calling for some of that, whether that's the igniting of the light within, the removal of stagnation, or just connecting to those qualities we have within us, then please bring that into your intention now. And place all of this in the heart, surrounding it with love. And we'll begin with the chant of Om 3 times. Really feel that full vibration, Ah, O, from the lower spine all the way up to the crown. Take a deep inhale in. And then take a long exhale out and really empty, purge the breath. Now, deep inhale in. Lower your chin, release your hands to your knees, keep your eyes closed, and take your right ear to your right shoulder. Exhale, roll the chin back down to the chest, and inhale the left ear to the left shoulder. Move back and forth a few times. Chin to chest, inhaling right ear to right shoulder. And exhale, chin to chest, left ear to left shoulder. So you're making a half moon shape, going back and forth. Notice where you're holding the tension. See if you can release. Notice the areas of referred sensation. So maybe the right side of the neck is tight, but you also feel it moving down the back or some other area of the body. And then lower the chin back down to the chest. Bring the head back to neutral. If your sit bones were propped, you can move that bolster out of the way. Fingers in a finger stand. Take a moment just to reach those fingertips into the floor so you feel, again, some of that tension that gathers in the upper back and neck and chest area, releasing down the arms to the fingertips. This is always so surprising to me that just such a simple move can really let go of so much tension. I like to imagine it draining out my arm into the fingertips and going to the earth. The left arm is going to lift up from here. Walk your right hand out. Place that palm down and now push the left hip away from the fingertips. Right ear softens towards the right shoulder, keeping the neck relaxed. Now pinky finger turns down slightly. Draw the head of the shoulder into its socket and see if you can get a little space between the ear and the shoulder. Breathe all the way down into the areas of sensation. Keep using that abdomen to breathe, the conscious contraction on exhalation. And now roll your left shoulder open, offer up your heart, squeeze your shoulder blade in and down the back, and just feel that slight twist in the upper torso. And just free up space in the chest. And then lift with the left arm, gently draw yourself back to seated. Again, fingers in a finger stand. Arms reaching away, chin in, back of the neck long. Notice if there's any changes. Let's do the other side. Left fingertips down, right arm reaches up. Walk those fingertips out. Press the right hip away from the fingers. And just for the first few moments, acclimate to that stretch. So let the body adjust. And then start to work that pinky finger down, draw the head of the shoulder into the socket and create a little more room in the neck. For now, just keep that head relaxed, left ear drawing towards left shoulder. And the more you anchor into that right hip, the more room you'll get as you reach the fingers away in the rib cage and the hip and the shoulder, that whole right side of the body. Breathe into it. Now we're going to roll the right shoulder open, again, offering up the heart, squeeze the shoulder blade in and down the back and really feel that freedom. Maybe there's some tension in the chest, let that go. Keep relaxing, one more. And then lift with that top arm and slowly come back, again, fingers in a finger stand, neck neutral, and just feel. Good. Hands on top of the knees. I'm going to do a little bit of undulations of the spine. Dip the heart forward, elbows point up. Hold on to the knees, concave the spine, round the back, and open the back of the heart. Do that again. Inhale, come forward. Heart dips, elbows are lifted up. So you're creating a reduction in the thoracic curve, and then exhale, really draw that tailbone in, navel in and back, opening into the back of the heart. And keep going, inhaling, exhaling. And we've been doing that breath work with the abdomen anyway, so we can exaggerate that here as you pull the belly in and up on exhalation, and then inhale, heart releases on inhalation. Keep going. And just feel like you're moving back and forth through those areas of tension that each time there's a little more room, a little more space, a little less tension. And then sit tall and just feel. You can turn the palms up for a moment. Just experience, again, prana being freed up and moving through the body. Okay, well, we're going to come onto our knees, so sitting with our knees and feet together into Vajrasana. If this is uncomfortable, you don't have to stay in this seated position. Make fists with the thumbs tucked in and the fingers wrapped around. And then we're going to bring them into our abdomen. We've done work like this before where we just rotate the wrists in circles in the abdomen to free up stagnation in this area of the body. So we'll take a full breath in. Exhale all the breath out as you forward fold. So forward folding over the legs. All the breath leaves. Now at the bottom, hold the breath out momentarily and rotate those wrists into the abdomen, giving a little massage to those internal organs. And as soon as you need to breathe in, sit back on your heels and take that breath. And there's no rush or time limit to any of this, so you can do it at your own pace. We'll do one more together. Inhale. Exhale as you forward fold over the fists. Let all the breath leave. Bottom of the exhale, no breath. And start to rotate those wrists. And you can find the areas of sensitivity, maybe even spending a little extra time there. A little self-massage, and then as soon as you need to inhale, just come back to seated. And we'll do 3 more like that on your own, please. You might find that each time you go in, there's just a little more space, breaking up some of that stagnation. And just one more. No rush, take your time. When you're ready, just sit on your heels and feel. Again, reconnect to the glow emanating from this area of the body, the solar plexus. All right, so from this position here, we're going to bring our elbows down into our mat, wrap our hands around the middle part of the arms, and you can either interlace the fingers and press the forearms into the floor, or you can spread the hands wide with the forearms parallel. Tuck the back toes under, lift the sit bones up and back, and come into dolphin variation of down dog. So, forearm down dog. And just take a few moments to stay in this position. We'll treat it like our down dog. So bend one knee, press the other heel down. And then bend the other knee and press the other heel down. And just pedal the feet back and forth, opening up the backs of the legs. Notice where you're holding your sensation. Again, those are those areas typically of stagnation. So for whatever reason, the prana has been shut off there or accumulated there due to often tension in the musculature, or even into patterns that the fascia has established over time, and then they become rigid. And then find your feet hip distance apart, turn your toes in slightly, heels out, roll your inner thighs in and back. Allow your sit bones to spread. Keep pressing through the forearms. Already the shoulders are in the right position, but make sure you relax your head and neck. Really take any tension there out of the shoulders and neck and face. Deep Ujjayi breathing here. Same pattern as we started. Each exhalation, see if you can pull that belly a little more deeply in and up under the rib cage.
Last one. Now bring the knees to the floor, take the sit bones to the heels, and let your hands come toward the heels for embryo. So just shoulders are going to relax completely. Let go. And then we're going to come forward again. Repeat the same thing. So bring your elbows down into your mat again. Wrap your hands around the middle part of the arm. Always important to measure out. And then you can either interlace your fingers and press your forearms down, or spread your palms with your forearms parallel, but that's going to be a little more difficult in this next move. So I prefer to interlace my fingers. Press your forearms down, tuck your back toes under, and we're going to move into a plank position here. So try your best to straighten the legs, contract the quads, and then find your body in a relatively plank type position. So lifting the pelvic floor and engaging the core might actually create a slight lift in the hips, and that's okay, as long as it's coming from that core lift and not from trying to get out of the sensation. And make sure that your shoulders and elbows are in alignment here. And you might find some, slight tremoring or shaking in the body, and this is fine. So breathe deeply, utilizing that focus of the mind and concentration on that solar plexus, the light growing in the abdomen as we get a little stronger. So strengthening this area, we're really strengthening the qualities of that third chakra, our will, our power, our determination, our ability to take action. Two more. And then bring the knees down again. Once again, find embryo, back of the hands toward the heels, round the upper back, and soften. Let the shoulders relax. Find your breath. Good. And then arms come forward. Come back up into tabletop position. Inhale, reach the heart towards the heavens. Sit bones are going to lift. And then exhale, tuck your toes and find downward facing dog. And we'll take just a breath or two here in down dog to find the alignment. Same alignment we were in the forearm down dog. So toes turned in slightly, inner thighs rotating in and back, quads are strong, hips are lifted up and away. In the upper body, roll your shoulder heads away from the ears and actually squeeze those inner elbows toward the midline. So you get that same feeling of spaciousness in the back of the heart that you had a moment ago in the forearm down dog. And then really anchor down through the hands, particularly the web of the index and thumb, but the roots of all the fingers, just like in the heels of the feet, if they touch, or at the very least, the pads of the feet. Let your head and neck relax, free up any tension or gripping there. And then concentrate on that abdomen, drawing deeply in and up under the rib cage on exhalation. One more breath. And come onto the balls of the feet. Bend the knees, look at the hands, step or lightly hop your feet forward. Inhale halfway to monkey pose with a flat back. Exhale and forward fold. Inhale and monkey pose, heart lifts, flat back. Exhale and forward fold. So we'll move in and out of monkey. Inhaling, extending away. You can have your hands on the shins if that's easier. Exhale, navel in as you fold. Two more. Inhale away. Exhale, fold. Inhale away. And now exhale as you fold, you have a little more space, so we're going to stay here in the forward fold, and then sweep the hands behind us, interlace the fingers, and now take the knuckles up and away, and just stretch out the shoulders and release tension there. If you want to do that flossing, heels of the hands go towards the hips, and then reach them away over the head again. And then once you can Create a little more space there in the shoulders. Bring your body weight forward into the balls of the feet so the hips lift a little higher. Make sure you're anchoring to inner foot as much as outer foot. Navel hugs in and up, giving you just a little more room to forward fold. Keep reaching those knuckles away and taking the shoulders further away from the ears. One more here. And now press into the feet, pull the knuckles back. If you need to hover it halfway for a moment, please do. And then slowly come the rest of the way up. When you're ready, release your arms and just take a moment, standing mountain pose. Feel all that prana flowing through the body, having the freedom to move through the channels, through the nadis. And really, when the prana is able to flow freely, it goes right to the areas that it needs. So the organs are enlivened, every single cell is enlivened. Okay, we're going to step back to the front of our mats. Big toes are touching, space between the heels, hands together in front of the heart, Surya Namaskara B. Bend your knees, let your fingertips touch on the outsides of your heels, and then inhale, come into chair pose, arms reach overhead. Exhale, forward fold over the legs. Inhale, halfway to monkey pose with a flat back, and then exhale, step or lightly hop back to plank position. So for the first round, we're going to modify. Bring knees to floor, squeeze elbows tight into your sides as you come down for chaturanga. Inhale, elbows and shoulders pull back. Cobra, low ribs on the floor, and exhale, downward facing dog. We'll step the right foot forward to the fingertips, spin the back foot flat, heel to heel alignment, hips are square, front knee bent. Inhale, the arms reach up for warrior one. And then exhale, come back down into plank position. Bring the knees to the floor again, squeeze the elbows tight, chaturanga. Inhale, cobra, tops of the feet are pressing down, elbows and shoulders back. Exhale, downward facing dog. And now we'll do the left side. So left foot forward, spin the back foot flat, heel to heel alignment, hips squared, front knee bent, arms reach, warrior one. And then exhale back to plank position again. And knees to floor, lift the toes, squeeze tight, chaturanga. Inhale, cobra. And exhale, downward facing dog. We'll take 5 full breaths here. Remember all those alignment principles we just worked a moment ago. Navel hugs in and up on exhalation. And you can really hold the mind in the navel center, feeling that solar light, that golden radiance. At the completion of your last breath, rise onto the balls of the feet, bend the knees, look at the hands, step forward to your fingertips. Inhale, right into monkey pose. Exhale, forward fold. Now bend your knees, arms reach, chair pose. Come all the way up to standing, arms reach, and then exhale and bring your hands to your heart. So that's one round, let's do it again. Bend the knees deeply, hands on either side of the feet. Inhale, the arms reach, chair. Exhale, forward fold over the legs. Inhale, monkey pose, flat back. Exhale, step or lightly hop back to plank position. Now try leaving the knees lifted for chaturanga this time. Inhale, you roll over the toes and come into up dog then. And exhale, downward facing dog. Right leg forward, warrior one. Inhale, forward and up. Exhale, plank position. Chaturanga, your way, knees lowered or lifted, your choice. Inhale, cobra or up dog. And exhale, down dog. Left leg forward, spin the back foot flat, warrior one. Inhale. And exhale, plank position again. Chaturanga. Inhale, cobra or up dog. And exhale, down dog, 5 full breaths. Keep allowing that navel to draw in and up under the rib cage on exhalation. At the bottom of this exhale, come onto the balls of the feet, bend the knees, look at the hands, step or lightly hop your feet forward. Inhale halfway to monkey pose, the flat back. Exhale and fold. Inhale, bend your knees deeply, arms reach chair, come all the way up to standing, and exhale, hands to heart. We just have one more. So bend your knees deeply, inhale, arms reach up. Exhale, forward fold. Inhale, halfway to monkey pose, flat back. Exhale, step or lightly hop back to plank. Chaturanga. Inhale, cobra or up dog. Exhale, down dog, right leg forward. Warrior one. Inhale as you rise. Exhale, plank position. Chaturanga. Cobra or up dog as you inhale. Exhale, down dog, left leg forward. Warrior one. Inhale. Exhale, plank position again. Last one, chaturanga. Inhale, cobra or up dog. Exhale, down dog, 5 full breaths. Stabilize that breathing, steady and even. And when you finish, come onto the balls of your feet, bend your knees, look at your hands, step or lightly hop forward. Inhale, flat back monkey. Exhale, fold. Inhale, chair. Come all the way up. Exhale, heart. And now just let some of that warmth stabilize. Close your eyes. Stand in mountain or have a soft gaze. Breathing deeply. Now, sun salutation B to me is a very warming practice. So again, we're tapping into some of those heating qualities, like glow of the sun, and feel it nourishing all your cells. And making sure that the breath is back to a stable pace. We're going to do a Kapalabhati breath out through the mouth. So it's a little bit different and how we usually do it. And our stance is going to be feet hip distance apart. Hands are going to go to mid-thigh, and the arms are like kickstands. They're holding the spine up straight. Now, the breath is like done through fish lips. So you're going to go, and it's the same thing that when you do Kapalabhati and you're snapping the diaphragm back to the spine, we're doing that same action. It's just now we're doing it out through the lips. You don't have to think about the inhale still because the inhale is passive, the exhale is so strong. So let's come into that position. Fingers turned in, arms in a kickstand, spine straight, chin neutral to start. Take a full breath in. Exhale completely. Take one more full breath in. And now exhale about 3/4 of the breath out and short, forceful exhales out through pursed lips. Slow it down. Take a moment to stabilize the breath. Feel that cleansing action. Now come up a little bit higher on your thighs to mid-thigh. So your spine is more at a diagonal. Chin is in. We're going to do the same thing again. We're doing about 36 here, so I'll keep track for you. Inhale, full breath. Exhale about 3/4. Short, forceful exhales begin. Slow it down. Stabilize the breath. Okay, last one. We're going up where the heel of the hand is really just into the crease of the thigh.
Fingers now point down the legs. Arms are relatively straight as possible. Heart is forward. Spine is still neutral. Chin is in. Okay, last one. Full breath. Exhale 3/4. Begin. Short, forceful exhales out through pursed lips. Slow it down. And now slowly take your time, come into standing, no lightheadedness. And just feel, if you would like, again, you can close eyes if that helps, or have a soft gaze. All that rapid oxygen to the body, permeating every cell. As well as the purging, the eliminating through the breath that which no longer serves. Seeing that golden radiance. At the front of your mat, bring your hands to your hips, and you're going to take a big step back. So it's about 4.5 feet. And front foot is straight, back foot is angled, so the right toes are pointing towards the right upper corner of your mat. So we're going to move in and out of this, kind of pyramid warrior one stance. Start with your hands in prayer, and on your inhale, you're going to bend into the front knee, open the arms out wide, spread through the chest, and then exhale as you close the hands back to prayer. You're contracting the quad and straightening the leg. Okay, let's try that again. Inhale, bend into the front knee, open the arms out wide, spread through the chest, keep that back heel grounded, and then closing as you exhale, hands return to the heart. Good, we're gonna do that with a chant. Now the chant is Om Suryaya Namaha. And this is really just calling forward those solar qualities that are inherent already within us. So to make this easier, I'll chant on inhale, and then you chant on the exhale. So you listen on the inhale as you move into the posture, and then you chant on the exhale. Begin. Om Suryaya Namaha. Now you chant. Om Suryaya Namaha. And then I'll chant. Om Suryaya Namaha. Om Suryaya Namaha. One more. Om Suryaya Namaha. Om Suryaya Namaha. Now inhale, move into warrior one, but keep your hands in prayer. So you're bending into that front knee. Scoop your hands down and up, and imagine it like the rising sun. So as the arms come up over the head, just come to the place where the back is still extended, but you're not overarching the lumbar spine. Keep the gaze at the hands like you were gazing at the sun. Hear that chant internally. Remember, we're calling forward those qualities of the solar energy. Keep contracting, abdomen back to spine on exhalation. One more. Deep in the back bend as much as you can. And then follow the hands to your heart and step your back foot forward. Come back into standing at the front of your mat and just take a moment to let all that settle. Notice some of those internalizing qualities, the inner radiance. Stabilize the breath. And then hands to hips again, big toes touching space between the heels. We'll step the left leg back now. Again, you're going back as far as you can, about 4.5 feet. Hips are squared, and we're gonna move in and out of that dynamic posture. So bring your hands to prayer to start, front leg straight to start. We'll do a few without it, the chant, and then we'll bring the chant in. So inhale, breathe and open up the heart, spread the hands wide, extend, and then exhale, straighten the leg and slowly bring the hands back to prayer. Repeat that again. Inhale, bend into the posture. Arms are going to extend out wide. Spread through the chest as much space as you can through the heart. And then exhale and slowly straighten the legs, squeezing the muscle to the bone, hands to prayer. So now I'll chant on the inhale. You chant on the exhale. So we'll move into the posture as I chant. Om Suryaya Namaha. Now you chant. Om Suryaya Namaha. 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 Now keeping your hands in prayer, bend into the front knee, moving in towards the posture, and then you're going to follow the hands with your gaze as you dip them down and slowly bring them up like the rising sun. And then just come to that place where the back is extended. There's not an excessive lumbar curve. You're just going to feel that you're gazing at the sun itself. Navel hugs the back body, strong and stable. Upper back is engaged. You're reducing that thoracic curve. Gaze is at the hands, but keep a little space in the back of the neck. Don't collapse it. No tension there. Keep releasing tension in those areas where you tend to hold them. Maybe it's the face, the jaw, the neck. Breathe. Listen for the internal chant. Keep pulling right hip back, left hip around. Don't let the hip pop open. And now lean back as you inhale into the deepest variation of a back bend that you can, following your hands, and then follow them back to the heart as the neck comes to neutral, and just step the back foot forward, find standing mountain pose, and just, there's a lot going on there, so soak it in. Just like you can imagine in the summertime when you're laying out in the sun, absorbing the rays and all the nourishment. Stabilize the breath. One more here. All right, still at the front of your mats with your feet hip distance apart, hands to prayer. You put weight into your left foot and step your right knee up into the air. Then as you exhale, you're going to send that heel back, keep the hands in prayer, and push the heel away from the crown, moving into warrior 3. And then you're going to come right back. Inhale, knee comes up to chest. Exhale, lower that foot down. Other side. Weight into the right foot. Inhale, lift the left knee. Exhale, send that heel back. Tilt forward, strengthen the back body. Bring the knee back up. Inhaling, and then exhale and lower it down. Okay, I'll repeat it on the other side. Inhale the right knee up. Exhale, slowly send it back. Very mindful. Don't open the hip up. Inhale, come back up. And exhale, lower it down. Inhale the left knee up. Exhale, shoot it back. Inhale, send it forward. Exhale, lower it down. One more. Inhale, right knee. Exhale, back. Inhale up. Exhale down. Inhale, left knee. Exhale, back. Inhale up. And exhale down. Now, weight into that left foot. You're going to flex the right foot and start to tilt forward, moving into warrior three. Keep pressing the heel away. Stay there, extend, extend as much as you can. Think of the sternum staying open and lifted, almost like you were in an upward facing dog heart. Press that heel away, one more. And then lower the fingertips to the floor. Keep sending that right leg up in a squared hip position. So it might not come up very high. Some people who are really flexible, it might go all the way up. But you just be where you are without compromising that hip. So you're keeping the inner thigh rolling in and up. And then if you have the flexibility, left hand can wrap around the calf and you can draw the chest closer to the thigh. Now we're going to bend the bottom knee, bend the top knee, sink into the posture. And now straighten that bottom leg and see if you can lift the top leg higher. Repeat that again. Exhale, bend into it. Sink, soften. Inhale, reach into the earth, lift away. One more. Exhale. Inhale. Reach away. Stay for an extra breath. Relax your shoulders. Keep extending, extending, extending. And then lower that top leg down to meet the left leg. Standing forward fold, hands onto the glutes, slide down, and just relax the legs. Do that a couple times. Just give in. Hands to hips, micro bend your knee, slowly come up into standing and take a moment just to feel, again, some of that Surya energy, that solar, stronger energy, connected to the core, but radiant in every direction. Okay, we'll do the other side, so noticing maybe that one feels a little stronger than the other. Hands, again, in prayer at the heart. Weight into your right foot now. You're going to flex your left foot and start to slowly send that foot back, really strengthening that supporting leg, tilting the body forward till you come into warrior three. Now, press the back heel away from the crown and even really away from the sternum as the shoulders move away from the ears. So that upper back is strong just as much as you feel that postural chain working here. Breathe. Keep shooting that heel back. One more. And then send your fingertips to the floor. And as that leg goes up in the air, don't pop the hip open. It's so tempting to do that. Now this is going to be your standing leg splits here. So as you root down, see if you could take that top leg a little higher. And then if you have the flexibility, wrap the arm around the calf. But you got to get that inner thigh of the lifted leg to reach up towards the heavens. Now bend both knees, sink into it, let it go for a minute. And then reach down into your supporting leg and see if you can take the top leg just a little higher. Exhale, sink into it. Inhale, press, strengthen, lift away. One more. Inhale away. And now stay for one or two extra breaths. Make sure those shoulders are relaxed. You can roll them. Head and neck is relaxed. Keep strengthening that back leg, lifting it away. Navel hugs in and up. And then gently release that leg down.
Find your feet hip distance apart, micro bend your knee, and then take your hands onto your glutes and just slide the hands down. Just let it go. Hands to hips. Press into the feet, little micro bend if you need it. Slowly come up. And again, just feel. And then from the front of your mat, bring your hands to your hips. And now step the right leg way out to the side and turn your toes and heels out. So we're coming into what would be like this wide foot spreading posture stance. The outside edges of the feet are parallel to the outsides of your mat. But we're going to do a little dynamic traditional triangle here first. So keeping your hands on your hips, inhale the left arm up, press the right hand into the hip, and lean to your right. And that should feel real nice after that last work. And then inhale, come back up, and exhale, take your left hand down. Inhale the right arm up. Exhale, push that hand into the hip, reach away. Inhale, come up. And exhale, hand back to hip. Again, inhale, left arm up. Exhale, push into it. Stay for the inhale. Stay an extra breath. Exhale here. Stay for another inhale. Exhale here. Inhale, come up. And exhale, hand to hip. Let's do that on the other side. Inhale the right arm up. Exhale, lean into it. Now just stay, just enjoy it for a little longer. Inhale here. Exhale. Inhale. Exhale. Inhale, come up. And exhale, hand to hip. We'll just do one more. Inhale, left arm up. Exhale, lean into it. I'm going to stay a little longer. Inhale. Exhale, contract the abdomen. Inhale again. Exhale. One more breath here. Inhale. Exhale. And then inhale, come up. Exhale down. Last time this side. Inhale, reach up. Exhale. Stay. Inhale. Exhale. Keep finding space. Inhale. Exhale. Breath moves you. One more. Inhale. Exhale. And then inhale, rise up. And exhale, hands to hips. Just adjust for a moment. And now hands staying on the hips. You're going to inhale, lift your heart. And exhale, we're going to fold over the legs. So hinging from your hips, keep your hands on your hips and then fold through the legs. Now with the hands staying on the hips, see if you can push the hips away. So you're going to use your arms and hands to create some traction there. Just keep lengthening that lower back. Be mindful, don't overstretch, but do feel that you have a little bit of leverage here. And then make sure you're not sinking in your heels. So come forward a little bit in the balls of the feet. Let the head and neck truly just hang. You can even shake head yes and no to make sure it's loose. One more. And then hands are going to go underneath the shoulders, fingers in a finger stand. Extend the heart forward. So we're going to work dynamically here with the bandha work. So that's retention of the breath and the engagement and lift of the pelvic floor and navel. So inhale, extend through the spine like you were in monkey pose. And then exhale and walk your hands back through your legs, forward fold. And we'll just do that a couple times with the breath without the bandha. So inhale, come forward, fingers in a finger stand, heart extends. Exhale, walk the hands back, empty out. Good, one more like that. Inhale. Exhale. Now we're going to change the breathing if you'd like. So it's inhale, come forward again, same thing. But as you exhale, you're going to exhale all the breath out as you walk back. So empty as completely as possible. So there's literally no breath left. Then you hold the breath out. You don't breathe in. And as you walk forward, you use that suction to take the navel deeply in and up under the rib cage and send the heart forward. And then inhale as soon as you need to. Breathe in here in the extended state and really fill the back body with breath. And then repeat it again. Exhale, all the breath leaves the body. And the more air you get out, the easier the suction's gonna be. When the breath is all the way out, close the mouth, don't breathe in, slowly walk forward, and use that emptiness like a suction to pull the pelvic floor and core deeply in and up. You can even maybe send the sternum forward a little bit more. As soon as you need to breathe in here and fill the back body with breath. Now it's very personal, so keep going at your own pace. Make sure to empty completely. Of course, if the retentions don't feel good, then you can continue to just go in and out like we did before. Really beginning to get into some of those deeper areas, clearing them out. One more. Good. Turn your toes out, heels in. Come into a wide squat with your forearms on your upper thighs. And then allow the hips to really open. So push the forearms towards the knees and soften slightly in that pelvic floor, getting deeply into the hips and groin. Gaze is steady, just down at the floor. And come up halfway, bring your hands to mid-thigh, dip your right shoulder down, dip your left shoulder down. Just move back and forth a little bit here. Just loosening that upper back, it gets so tight. And then we'll heel toe the feet in, come into that wide squat to stay. So you're gonna lower the hips all the way down to the floor now. Hands into prayer. Elbows can be on the insides of the knees. And breathe here. Let things settle. And then take your hands behind you and just lower the hips down. Soles of the feet together. Scoot the feet in as close as you can. And at the same time, too, you can bring your hands by your hips and scoot your hips forward. So both of those actions drawing the feet closer to the groin. And then you're going to wrap your hands around your feet. Inner foot opens up slightly like the pages of a book. Elbows are going to squeeze your rib cage and then lift your sternum and draw your chin in and let the back of the neck be long. Close your eyes here, an extended state of the spine, visualizing that golden light right in the navel center, between the navel and the solar plexus. And then if you'd like, you could start to forward fold. You're going to keep those elbows still hugging in towards the sides as you come down, but only come down where the spine can still be straight. So no collapsing of the heart here. And then really feel still that same action we did a moment ago, the pelvic floor and lower belly drawing in and up on exhalation. So there's still that slight mula and Uddiyana Bandha. And then slowly come back up. Take your time. Take a moment. Just feel. Okay, we're going to straighten your left leg. You can take your hand and internally rotate the thigh if you'd like.
And cross your right leg over at the knee, hold the shin bone and sit tall. So this is a great first option. You can just stay here. Second option is to bend the knee and draw that heel toward the hip. So front heel still stays in alignment with that front knee, and you can still hold the shin bone and sit tall. We really want to make sure that those hips feel fully anchored and supported into the earth. Inhale, grow as tall as you can, chin in, back of the neck long, and then lift that left arm up. As you exhale, you can either wrap the arm around the leg and take the right hand back behind you and rotate the navel to the right, or you can take the elbow to the outside of the thigh and rotate. But make sure whichever one you choose that it actually feels like the deepest variation. Sometimes backing off gives us actually a little bit more room. So inhale, grow taller, extend. Exhale, hug the navel in, draw it towards the back body, and rotate deeper to the right. Again, inhale, you might unwind a little bit as you breathe in, get that full breath. Exhale, navel in, squeeze, and rotate. Good. Just one more like that. Now as you're as rotated as you could muscularly be, you're going to stay here and relax some of that muscular effort while maintaining the posture, and then just let the breath do the rest of the work. So more now as you exhale, you're letting go and allowing the body to naturally unwind. Last one. Now turn your cheek so that it goes over the shoulder and then slowly unwind. And hold your shin bone and sit tall. Just feel the rest of the spiraling unravel. And then we'll release. We're going to extend the left leg out wide. Take the right foot in. So it's like we were going into Janu, but we're doing it in this really wide stance here. And we're going to move in and out dynamically by inhaling the arms up. And exhale, left arm down, right arm up in the air. Just come down as far as you can. Top arm can reach over the head if it's comfortable. Inhale, come back up. Left arm lifts up, palms touch. Exhale, left arm goes down, right arm stays lifted, or you can go over the head if it's comfortable. Inhale, coming back up, palms touch. And last one, exhale, go down and stay. So whatever position you ended up in, you can either keep that top arm straight up in the air, that bottom arm is really on the ground, and if you can get it on the inside of the leg, you can push the arm into the leg for a little bit more flexibility and leverage. Otherwise, the top arm can stay extended over the head if that's comfortable too. But again, that same thing like we started, pinky finger rotating down, shoulder head into the socket. Good. So we're going to move in and out of dynamically just with the arm here now. So inhale, reach away. And as you exhale, bend the elbow and see if you can twist the torso just a little bit. Heart opens. Take the top arm back over the head again. And we're going to do that with a quiet chant together. Om Suryaya Namaha. And somehow I like to visualize a full landscape here with the rising sun. Om Suryaya Namaha. One more. Om Suryaya Namaha. Top arm goes over the head. Then we're going to lift it all the way back up in the air. And then take your right hand, plant it down behind you. flatten the left foot onto the floor and take big circles with this left arm. You lift your hips off the ground here, tailbone's absorbing in. It just feels really nice to release all that in the other way. And then you can lower the hips down, and we're gonna switch sides. So now the right leg goes straight out in front of you, rotate the flesh in and down, take the left leg, cross it over at the knee, hold the shin bone and sit tall. You can just stay here, or if you want, bend the knee, and that right foot goes near the left hip. Again, you're gonna make sure those hips feel squared and grounded. Both are feeling equal pressure into the earth. Front heel by the front knee, hold the shin, sit tall. Chin in, back of the neck long. Create all that height first. And inhale, the right arm's gonna reach up, and you can either wrap that arm around the leg, left hand moves back behind you for the rotation, or you can take the elbow to the outside of the thigh. Whichever one you're in, make sure that it gives you the best twist that you can get, and with still allowing for full breath. So inhale tall here. Exhale, squeeze and rotate to the left. Inhale, as you breathe in, you might unwind a little bit to get that full breath. Exhale, squeeze the navel back, rotate deeper to the left. Good, one more like that. And then stay in that deeper state and just allow the breath to do the rest of the work for you. Keep relaxing on exhalation so that you unwind. Navel hugs the back body. Last one. And then you're going to turn your gaze over the right shoulder. And then unwind. Hold the shin bones, sit tall. Feel the rest of the spiral release. Okay. And then we're going to take the right leg out wide, left foot in, so it feels like you're going into jhana, but you're doing it with a very wide stance here. Heel as close to the perineum as possible. And then inhale, both arms are going to reach up. We're going to move dynamically here. So exhale, right arm down. It doesn't have to be deep to start. You can just ease the body into it. And then inhale, come back up. Palms touch overhead. Exhale, right arm down. Again, either that arm stays straight or you take it over the head. Inhale, both come up. Palms touch. Exhale. 2 more on your own. So requiring that those arms go over the head activates the left side of the abdomen. So it's good strengthening for us. 1 more. And now this time we're going to go and stay. So that arm comes down on the inside of the legs as best to your ability. And that left arm can simply stay straight up in the air if that feels better for your chest, or take the arm over the head. And again, you can either rotate that pinky finger down and pull the head of the shoulder into the socket. And then just feel that you're extending through the side body. Bottom arm is pushing into that leg. And then we're going to move with the arm, so we're going to do it with a quiet chant. So inhale here. As you exhale, chant, bend the elbow. Om Suryaya Namaha. Inhale, top arm over the head. You can visualize that beautiful landscape with the rising sun. Om Suryaya Namaha. Inhale. Connecting to the solar qualities. Om Suryaya Namaha. And then inhale, feel all that space. Just stay. And lift the left arm all the way back up and slowly come into seated. Take a moment. Let it settle. And now left hand behind you. We're going to flatten the right foot onto the floor, lift the hips off. Tailbone absorbs in, and then you're just making small circles here with the arm all the way around. Just that beautiful rotation and freeing up any tension there that's left. And then come back down and bring your legs and feet together into Sukhasana, easy pose. Just sit cross-legged. Extend the arms for a moment and just feel all the space, all the warmth, how each and every cell is radiating with light. Okay, now we're going to go do one more posture before we go down. So you can either stay here in Sukhasana. If you've got flexibility for it, you can come into half or full lotus. And if you would like, you can bring 2 blocks on either side of your hips. If you don't have blocks, that's okay. You can do it without it. And even if you don't get the hips off the ground here, we're going to imagine that we're getting them off the ground, okay? And this is a really nice way to strengthen that core, that final strength of the lifting of the pelvic floor and core prior to Shavasana. And Ashtanga ends the primary series in this way. So as many breaths as you can do. We're going to plant the hands down either on the floor or the block and then begin to lift everything we can lift up off the earth. So push down and lift. Two more breaths. You've got this. And then lower it all down. And you can feel that rush of heat, that final release, and come onto our backs. So knees to chest. Hug them in for a minute. Maybe rock a little bit from side to side on the spine. Good. Hug your right knee in. Extend your left leg long. And we're going to take this knee over to the left side, but you've got to pick your hips up and shift them to the right first, and then bring that knee over so that as it comes down, it's not going to overstretch the low back. And sometimes I like to make a fist with my bottom hand so that I have a little extra lift under my knee, or you can also put a block under your knee if you have a lot of tension in your lower back. And then you're going to open your arms out wide into a T and just allow everything to release. And you can gaze over your right shoulder. These passive floor twists are still very deep, and they're really nice and releasing. Keep the bottom supporting legs strong and straight. One more. And then come back to center. We'll switch sides. So you have to square yourself off on your mat again. And then hug your left knee in and extend your right leg long to the floor. And then moving into that twist, we'll pick the hips up, shift them behind us, and now left knee goes over to the right side. And again, you can use your hand, a block. If you have a bolster, that's great too. And then you're just going to open the arms up into a T, look over the left shoulder, and breathe. And keep your supporting legs strong and straight. Two more. Just let go. And then slowly unwind, come on your back, hug your knees in, square your chest back to your squared position. And then we'll prepare for Shavasana. So if you have sacks and sweaters, you want to place them on to cool the body temperature down slowly. If there's any sensitivity in the spine, you're certainly welcome to use a bolster or something underneath your knees. If you're in a lighted room, I highly recommend having a light piece of material to put over your eyes. And if the room is cool, make sure there's a blanket or something nearby to keep you warm. Once you settle in onto your back, your feet will be a little wider than hip distance apart, arms down by the sides, palms face up, and shoulder blades are tucked slightly underneath you. You want to feel that the spine is fully supported by the earth, so take as many moves as you need to get fully comfortable so you can relax. Now, one of the benefits is from having the eye pillow or cloth over the eyes is the ability to recognize that when we shut out external light, that we still see and feel light behind those eyelids and emanating from the body. That's a really great opportunity to acknowledge the glow or light of prana that is already within. And in this case today, taking your attention into the abdomen, you may witness that there is an even brighter light there. As well as some warmth, healing, and nourishment. And so just enjoy that and completely rest.
So very slowly begin to deepen your breath. As the breath deepens, you can begin to rub the thumb across the fingertips, move the toes, maybe roll the wrists and ankles. Eventually, draw your knees into your chest. Take a moment there. And then curl over into your right side into fetal position, arm under the head as a pillow. Placing the hand into the earth, slowly come back up into seated. And if you'd like, for a few moments, a meditation, propping the sit bones up. Tall spine, relaxed body. Return to that even inhale and exhale, concentrated primarily in the abdomen. Nice and smooth. As you breathe in and out, make sure the quality is even. We're going to do a breathing meditation practice, and just for a moment I want you to visualize our solar system, the Milky Way, and then visualize all the planets, all the galaxies, all the stars, all the suns and moons, everything that it takes to uphold the universe. And now on your inhale, see that spiral down, all that energy, all that prana, spiral down, enter through the crown of the head and come into the solar plexus, where it encounters the digestive fire. And see, on the top of the inhale, hold the breath in and see that fire blaze up in vitality. And only hold to your capacity, because as you exhale now, see the heat and warmth and glow from that blaze spread outward through the whole body, through all the tissues, all the organs, all the cells. And then pause the breath out and visualize a spiral of multicolored light going denser and deeper into your core. Do that again. Visualize all the stars, suns, galaxies, planets, suns, moons, all the energy it takes to uphold the universe, spiraling down through the crown of the head and entering to the solar plexus, where it encounters the fire. And see and feel, as you hold the breath in, the fire blazes in vitality from all that extra prana. As you exhale now, let that glow from the fire seep and outward through the body, through all the cells, tissues, organs, healing and nourishing them. And then as you hold the breath out, visualize that spiral or corkscrew of multicolored light going denser and deeper into the core. We'll just do one more together, then the rest will be on your own. Inhale all the energy it takes to uphold the universe, suns, stars, galaxies, planets, moons, and see and feel it spiral down into the solar plexus. Top of the inhale, hold, where it encounters the fire that blazes in vitality from all that rush of prana. And then exhale and see and feel the heat, warmth, glow, light move outward in all directions, permeating every single cell.
And then holding the breath out, see and feel a corkscrew or spiral of multicolored light going denser and deeper into the core. Please continue. Just 2 more. Take a moment to relax all effort. Find your breath nice and stable. And really feel that through the practice, through the meditation, the activation of this solar energy inside of us, the consistently active, giving, nourishing, life-affirming solar energy. And then bring your hands to your heart, bow your head to your hands. Go back to the intention that you set and trust that we received what we could receive from today's practice, and let the rest go. And we'll just seal the practice with one Om. Take a deep inhale in and a long exhale out. Another deep inhale in. Om Suryaya Swaha. Namaste.